Good morning, it's parkrun day and can you see the sign? Maybe you can see the sign. We're here in Derbyshire, in lovely Glossop in the Peak District, in the High Peak, or the Dark Peak, and we're here in Manor Park to run Glossop parkrun. It's a really beautiful morning, so we left Leeds and it was awful rain, absolutely hideous. And then look at this. Look at the ducks all saying good morning, at the rhododendrons behind me. It looks fantastic. So I'm so pleased that we have driven over here to check out Glossop parkrun. Now, there's plentiful free parking. The cafe and toilets and things are at the start, which I think is a little bit of a walk away. So we're going to have a wander over there. We're in negotiations about whether Poppy's going to run or not this morning because we're going walking in the Peak District this afternoon. Anyway, so happy to be here. It looks absolutely beautiful. Let's go and check out where the parkrun is. We're leaving the car park heading for the start, but we did just see arrows around that lake. So what we are thinking is that gives Poppy an option. If we run past the car, then if she's not feeling it, she could always do one lap and then return to the car. So yeah, options. Anyway, oh look, here's a better sign. Manor Park, the former home of the Duke of Norfolk's son. Well, that's nice to have a Norfolk connection because that's where I'm from. That's where we need to go. Follow the sunshine. Introduction to Manor Park. Oh, I'm so excited. We don't have loads of time though, so I might have to read all the information later. Let's get to the parkrun start. So we're just walking by the bowling green. I cannot believe the blue sky here. Honestly, I feel so lucky to have left rainy Leeds. So that looks like the toiling building, the toilet building behind it. And I think we start near there. I'll have to find out. There's definitely some park runners collecting. So yeah, toilets here next to the bowling building. And then that looks like the tennis courts and basketball courts. And like we might be starting just up here. We found the start properly now. So the toilet building is literally just there. And the start here. So we start on tarmac. I've been told it's an undulating 3-lapper on trail. So I'm in trail shoes, so it'll be interesting to see what happens as we head around. I've had a bit more time now to read this board properly. And this park was opened in 1927 in September, and this park run started, I think it was the 26th of September in 2015. They normally get between sort of 100 to 150 runners, so really, really nice number. So I've spoken to Poppy, she's starting parkrun with me. We do go past the car, so she's then going to decide whether she parkruns or whether she heads back to the car. Teenage years incoming, hey? We've got our local historian, Gabby, here, yay! And Gabby's just told us we have to read this, because this is like Parkrunpedia. Go on, Gabby, summarise.
4 points. Okay, Domesday Book, it kind of like belongs to the demesne of kind of like Derbyshire. Then, what's his name? William the Conqueror gives it to Lord Peveril in sort of payment for his services. Lord Peveril's grandson is naughty, so he has the land taken off him. Land gets given to the church, they dissolve the monastery, land gets taken off the church. Henry VIII gives it to a kind of like aristocratic family. Aristocratic family falls on tough times, sells it to the council in 1927, et voila.
Yay! And then, imagine parkrun in 1927 though, that would have been good, wouldn't it? Then we could have got our junior t-shirts, Gabby. So people gathering, and we're eagerly looking for the pop-up sign. So awesome Parkrunpedia, thank you, Gabby. But yeah, we're looking for the sign. We think we can see it. So I think, we've got the tail walkers. So the finish is just over here, the other side of the park, and there's a pop-up sign over there. So I don't know, maybe that'll come over, but otherwise we will get our photos at the finish.
If anyone is new to parkrun or new to Glossop parkrun and they'd like a briefing on the course, would they come this way, please?
Let's go that way.
It is a mixed course. As you can see, we start on tarmac here, but there are some pretty rough bits and there are some gradients, so just watch your step. We go along us, we start here and we finish over there. As you go through the finish, You'll go over a bridge and then you'll go into the woods over there. Take particular care in those woods. The surface is very uneven, and at least on your first lap, you'll find that it does get quite constricted on the path. So just watch where you're putting your feet and be patient with other runners, because everybody's trying to get up to the top of the hill. Okay, so you come through the woods there, then it gets fairly gentle all the way around the duck ponds, through the formal gardens, up along that path there, back through these woods. And the same applies there. There are some gradients, and it is a very uneven surface, and there are some slippery, muddy bits all over the course. So again, just watch where you're putting your feet, watch out for other users. You do that 3 times.
If you are under 11, please stay with your nominated adult. If you are a dog, please stay on a short handheld lead. Okay. We have not got universal use of the park, so please be dutifully wonderful to other park users. Pass on the right, except at the end. You finish on the left after 3 and a bit laps, but generally you overtake on the right. Please return the tokens, because I will cry if we lose any. Thank you very much. Timers, are you ready?
And I think off we go. There we go. Wow, that was a bit disorganised. Those little kids. Yes, they're with their parent. And here we go, tails at the back. Bobby just said, I feel like I'm ice skating. This path is wet, and trail shoes aren't the best on it. So yeah, I feel the same in my trail shoes. Right, so I've got my bag with me because we're about to run past the finish and the tarpaulin of trust is there. So I'm going to go and pop this bag down on the tarpaulin at the finish. Other people doing the same, taking off layers. We can just dump them here. Oh, look at this amazing blanket. Wow, there we go. As we go. Oh, Poppy's spotted the miniature railway tracks. So yeah, in the summer there is a miniature railway that operates in the park. Oh, it's hilly already. Well, we've turned the first proper corner and we're on trail, so we're in the right shoes now, no longer ice skating. Over a lovely little bridge. Ooh, and Pops is off. So I wonder what she will do, whether she will park run or not park run. Ooh, definitely an incline. So 3 laps. Yeah, some people walking, I think it's runnable, but it's technical. So yeah, watch your feet, as they said in the first timers. Oh, really technical on the downhill. Yes, Pops, what were you going to say? Oh, Poppy's talking about Percy Jackson. That is her obsession. Oh, I love this bit in the woods. It's awesome. Proper like trail running. Do you know where you are, Pops? Are you going for a sleep? Yeah. Oh, bye, thanks. It went quite too much. Just clapping us on. Thank you, Marshall. Well, she's got the car keys, and the ducks have got their way off the path. I think the front runners will have scared them out of the way, and the thought of early morning exercise has scared my tween away. Still wiggling through these gorgeous rhododendrons, and yeah, so Poppy and I had a deal that as long as she ran with the car keys, then she could decide what she did. Thank you, Marshall. Oh, over another cool little bridge. Oh, this is lovely. I might film that properly on the second lap when it's a bit less congested. But yeah, so I told Poppy she had to come with me, orientate herself with the park because the start finish isn't at the car park, and then she could do what she liked. So she certainly has done that. Wiggling now through the formal garden, but actually the route makes it so cool. Look at this. So we enter in one corner then we do wiggle all the way through and exit over there. So that's really cool route design. Oh, a runner just ran past there, so we must be there in a minute. But for now, wiggling our way through the formal gardens. Gabby just said it reminds her a bit of Buxton, so Pavilion Gardens, and yeah, me too. Sort of lots of different elements of the park that you work your way through. Gabby was like, yeah, and it's 3 laps, and I'm like, yeah, and I would get lost if it weren't for the arrows because they're such wiggly paths. Oh my goodness, I'm skating again on tarmac. Trail shoes on wet tarmac are awful, aren't they? Are you being a train, Gabby? Back to the miniature railway and heading for the tennis court that we started next to. So we must just do a lap at the back and then to the start. Just running past the toilet block there. So I do love to point out a park run that goes past the toilet, because when I was pregnant and park running, that was like so important. You never needed a wee. It was just a baby bouncing on your bladder. But there was a toilet there, meant that it was a park run that I wanted to do. Caution, uneven surface ahead. We're here for it. We're here for the mud and the tree roots. This is what we love. Wow, what a varied park run though. As we come up to the top, and then we must rejoin the tarmac and finish lap 1. Thank you, Marshall. Running past the start. So when we get to the finish along here, then we'll just have 2 laps to go. The finish funnel set up here now, so keep left all the way round. Apart from here, where keep right for people finishing. We're entering the trail for the second time, and the front runner has just absolutely flown past us. So from this point we'll try to keep left and let these speedy runners past. Runner in second flying past us on this downhill. Oh, he picked my line from the first lap. I like that, definitely better underfoot. What a park. Oh, it's so lovely being by water at all these multiple points as well. So what is a ha-ha, Gabby? This bit down here?
Yes, a ha-ha is a feature where you're distinguishing a formal garden from the more sort of wild bit, like woodland. And instead of having a visible fence, you drop the fence down, so it makes a ditch.
Oh, okay.
It's particularly...
So this is the ha-ha, this ditch. It doesn't have to be full of water to be a ha-ha.
It's just it stops, for example, the sheep wandering across.
Okay.
Or get sort of deer in the formal gardens.
There we go. That's going to be the thing that I have learned today. A ha-ha. Who knew? Well, like some people, but not me, right? I think this is one of my favourite bits. This and the trails. Going over the lovely bridge. Faster runners can't overtake on there. It's only space for one. And then they're off into the formal gardens to wiggle around. Just passing the tails now. Thank you for volunteering. And once we've passed the finish here, then it doesn't matter. There's no real keep left and right after that, because these guys are coming into the finish, so won't be much overtaking from now. And that'll be us in 1 lap's time. Just passing the duck pond for the 3rd time, and the ducks are back on the path. They're like, those speedy runners have gone. We're not worried about you guys. We're like, well, but could you get out of our way just please? Like, let's pass. I just had a little stop on one of the wider bridges because, is it a weir? Does it count as a weir? Whatever it is, the little waterfall is just lovely. And back into the formal gardens. I might have sort of figured out the route by now. Wiggle around, head out over there. Thank you, Marshall. Back at the start for the final time. And if you want a sprint finish, probably a good time to go. Just down the path, round the corner, then into the finish. Gabby and I are just jogging in. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Arriving at the finish. Thank you, timers. Well, remember to stop my Garmin. Thank you so much. 114. People still coming in here behind us. I don't think I've ever been this hot in my life. There's no air, it's totally still. But it's clouding over now. I think the rain that we had this morning in Leeds is heading over. So the finish line is these train tracks down here. Apparently the train might already be running. So I said the train runs in the summer, but yeah. If it's running before 11 o'clock, then we could maybe have a ride on it before we go and meet friends for a walk in the Peak District. Our friends are running Pavilion Gardens parkrun in Buxton this morning, but we didn't want to repeat. So we're doing this and then meeting them, but we're meeting them at 12. So there may be time for a train ride. I do think that would get Poppy out of the car. We'll have to see. Anyway, I think the rain's on its way, so I'm going to go and scan. I just scanned. Hooray! I did do what I always do and chat and forget to scan. And now I'm coming to have a picture with the pop-up sign. Although the only thing is, I don't know if you can see, where's the sun gone, hey? Where's it gone? Cloud. And do you know what's come with the cloud? Midges. So yeah, it is a midgy one now, and I feel like the rain might come. But we totally got away with it. Pouring with rain in Leeds, a glorious run here, albeit with no air. I don't think I've ever sweated so much. That's lovely, isn't it? I think the plan for park craffing might be to head to the parkrun cafe, but then I've had 2 messages from lovely friends whose home parkrun this is, and they're not here this week, but they were like, you have to go to Two Hares Cafe, I think it was. So I think we might do a quick cafe crawl. The tails are in, parkrun's been packed away. I just had a lovely chat with Dan, the run director and event director, and it was so fascinating because this parkrun is the baby of Marple Parkrun. But actually, Dan wanted to set it up to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of parkrun, and obviously parkrun is celebrating its 20th birthday this year, and Marple Parkrun is sort of 9-ish years old. So for the 10th anniversary, Dan was like, I'm really going to do something. My way of celebrating 10 years of parkrun is going to be to try to get a parkrun in Glossop. So yeah, I just love those stories and finding out about parkrun world. And we were just chatting about which parkruns are which parkrun's babies. So this is the baby of Marple. And that is fascinating when you think about parkrun like that, or it is to passionate parkrunners like me. Anyway, I'm in sort of like a cafe train. So following people over to the cafe to Shepley's. So that's the parkrun cafe that they use here. No sign of the train yet, but maybe I'll see it when I walk back to the car. We've wandered to Shepley's, but oh my goodness. So it's just there in front of us. But we had to stop on the bridge because look at this. And then we are going to try to sit out there on one of those seats if it's not too midgy. Obviously very close to water. But look at that for a parkrun cafe. What a view. We have drunk our hot chocolate, we've enjoyed the stream, the outdoor seating, and Gabby and I are going to attempt to, Gabby's leading because I was paying no attention, we are going to find the car park, retrieve child from car park. That sounds bad, doesn't it? But she's asleep in the van, living her best life, chilling in bed. And then we're going to go and find the Two Hares Cafe, which apparently is like Glossop's hidden cafe. It's like the secret cafe because it's hard to find the entrance to. But like, we're up for the challenge. So yeah, the cafe here is super lovely. Good scones, good cakes, and yeah, good chat and company. So we're going to find out how hidden it is. Or I maybe think that chalkboard will tell us where it is. What do you think? Google says it's somewhere around here. Two Hares. Oh yes, that is the board for the Two Hares brunch, lunch and dinner. So, oh look, how hidden is that? It says the Two Hares. Guys, how bad is your geography? Although it does say secret bar and cafe, so we have to sort of walk through here. Oh look, and look, I got Poppy! Yay! Poppy's out of the van. Let's go for brunch. We're in the cafe. The Two Hares is awesome. So head to Shepley's if you want a coffee, cake, chat with the team. Really pleased we did that. And then head here for breakfast. Let me just show you around. We're sat sort of up on the mezzanine bar, and it's just a gorgeous little space. They sell sourdough. There's a gin menu. Breakfast looks awesome. So this is the veggie breakfast. Beans, toast, halloumi, hash browns, veggie black pudding. I've never had that. Well, we are highly rating the two pairs. Definitely loved it in here. Really cosy, really lovely. So cosy and lovely. We didn't notice the fact that it's pouring with rain now. So a quick dash to the cars for us. But a massive, huge thank you to Dan and his wonderful team at Glossop parkrun this morning. What a morning! The sunshine, we definitely had the best of the day. From one cafe to another, so we've just pulled up, well actually it's a pub, for a pub lunch with our friends who ran at Pavilion Gardens in Buxton. The views over here are amazing. I love the Peak District. So yeah, let's go have a lovely lunch and then explore the Peak District. What I will do though is say a huge thank you to Dan and his fantastic team, and actually all the way back, should we thank James Kemp for Marple and the parkrun chain of events that led to that fantastic parkrun this morning. It was absolutely awesome, and I do love parks like that sort of are so varied, and you see all through the park, from the formal gardens to sort of as informal as it gets to sort of technical trail running. Just love it. Loved the cafe, loved our cafe crawl, visiting 2 cafes and now a pub. I love Parkrun Day. Anyway, huge thanks to Dan and the team. Huge thanks to you guys for watching the video. All of the usual things. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe for more running adventures, and I will see you soon. I think our running adventures will take us to Blackpool next week for Parkrun, so I will see you there. Take care. Bye.